Well, what are we talking about
I
today?
think we're talking about Kanye's tweets.
Oh, God. Do we have to? Is he still tweeting
Uh,
or
where
or
is he? Where's his,
posting? Is he still posting on X?
I'm, like, trying
Oh, shit. Nope, he's just disabled it.
I was gonna say I looked him up, and I'm not seeing anything, so I'm like, is his account actually been taken down?
Oh, God, they pulled him. They
Oh,
pulled Ye
man.
from the platform.
Yeah, he's completely insane and mentally ill and claims to be a Nazi now and whatnot, but
Mm.
damn, was it funny, though, sometimes.
Oh, my
Sometimes he'd say
goodness.
something real fucking funny, though. Oh my god, like, fucking uh, there's just I don't know, man, there's so much. There's so much to go over, like, he said, like, yeah. I tore for the money. I'd rather be playing Last of Us Part 1 and 2, which was made by Jewish people. Good job, thank you.
He said that?
That was crazy.
That
Oh,
was
yeah, yeah, yeah,
crazy.
he said, fuck a Diageo." I don't know what that means. Diageo, probably another musician. I haven't heard of him. But, Justin Wong said, "Damn, he parried your shit too." Like the fucking Daigo parry. The Chun-Li versus Ken famous, like, Street Fighter clip.
No.
You don't know the Daigo parry?
Daigo Perry.
Daigo parry. It's like the most famous Street Fighter clip ever.
Hold on, maybe.
Like, there's no way you haven't seen this.
2004 Evo. This does not look familiar to me.
You're kidding me. This it's like the most famous, not even just Street Fighter, it's probably the most like famous clip in fighting games. Like maybe it's possible it's not within the fighting game community, but like I think the people who don't really know fighting games, it's probably the most famous clip. It's like huge. It's like such a huge deal.
He tried to
Because
use, like, her ultimate, and then he
yeah,
blocked
yeah,
it
he
with his
parried
hit.
it, which is like a fucking you have to do it like frame perfect like 16 times or some shit. Like it's crazy. It's completely insane.
Wow, that is
And now it's like a running joke because it keeps happening to Justin Wong. And at the time, if I remember correctly, this was when like fighting game stuff, tournaments were really getting big, especially between America and Japan. So like at the
mhm.
time, it was like this was one of the big tournaments to sort of see, what country's players were going to come out on top. Because I think that was like the final round.
I can't stop watching it. Every
It's
time I look at it, there's, like,
I
something
don't know how
different.
you haven't seen this. It's
I've
like
never
stupidly famous.
It's been 21 years, and I've never seen this. I like and I was watching, like, Web Soup and stuff, like, this would have been on it, but he even had, like, health. She was at like, half health, and he was at nothing, and he got her. That was
Yeah,
crazy.
no, I'm sorry, I'm like baffled by this.
Wow.
I see this clip probably monthly.
Wow. Okay,
Anyways,
so
back to
now read
Kanye.
me the tweet again.
So yeah, so he said fuck like Diageo or something,
Uh-huh.
probably some artist, and Justin Wong, the dude who's playing Chun Li says, "Damn, he parried your shit too." Someone said, "This is 9/11 for Yay fans," and another guy said, "Actually, this is our third tour of Iraq." I turned down 3 photos this week with Make-A-Wish kids in wheelchairs.
I did see
Actually a
that.
Dracula flow line?
Jesus. Was that really?
No, no, but, like, people are, like, posting, like, Dracula flow picture, like, in response to it.
That's funny. Yeah, that sounds like one.
Yeah.
Diageo is a alcohol. Is that the one
Oh.
that was
I
Diddy's
literally haven't heard of
brand?
it.
No, it was not Diddy's brand. What's Diddy's brand of alcohol?
I don't know. Central? I don't fucking know.
Oh, you got him.
Diageo. Oh, it's British, that's unfortunate.
Diddy
Um,
alcohol, Ciroc
oh, they
vodka.
distribute Scotch whiskey, though, and that's kind of epic. I do like Scotch.
Oh, De Leon.
Oh,
That
they
must
own Guinness and Smirnoff, Bailey's, Captain Morgan's, Tanqueray, and Gordon's Gin. Okay, so I know brands that they own.
and apparently they had a lawsuit with, Diddy, Diageo. So that's
Oh,
because
that's why, yeah, because he
Kanye's
keeps saying, like, "Free Diddy" and shit.
yeah, he's riding Diddy's dick.
Oh, yeah, no, well, I mean, like, he's completely fucking insane. It's like, I pity him. I mean, it's no there's absolutely no excuse, for it, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, "Oh, he's mentally ill." Like, no, this guy's long gone. He's destroyed, like, half his brain with, like, galaxy gas and shit. Like, it's over for this dude completely.
Yeah. And we were talking about it because Alan was shared the thing about how, um, Kanye said he was diagnosed with autism, and I was just like, "He's gonna use that as some kind of excuse,"
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
it's not.
He's gonna pull a Christian. He's gonna go, huh, huh. I wish they would free Diddy, huh, huh. I'm gonna make Donda 3, and it's gonna be even less finished than Donda 2, huh. What Christian does, he fucking sighs and fucking pisses me off.
I hate that. You follow Christian way too close.
I've watched the documentary, unfortunately, so I don't really listen to podcasts. Here we are recording one, um, but I apparently listened to something classified as a podcast last year at like I don't even know what the count was, but it was all for the Christian documentary. I
Yeah.
watched it like twice. Sometimes if I start thinking myself the main character too much, I get too full of myself. I'll go and I'll rewatch it to remind me of my place in this world.
Is it the one by Geno
Yeah, Geno
Samuel?
Samuel. It's like Geno Samuel like 2.1 or something.
Oh my god, they're so long. They're like 40 minutes each.
Yeah.
And
There's
there's
86 of them right now, I believe,
mother of God. The
which
thumbnails
goes
are
up to
wild
like
though.
2021. It goes up to like when he goes to jail. It hasn't gone past that yet. He put that out like first quarter of last year and said, "I'm just putting out this one. This is the one everyone was waiting for, and then I'm gonna not put out any for the rest of the year because it's gonna need
Wow.
time to sink in and more shit's going to happen."
Wow. That is crazy.
Yeah, they should put Chris Chan in a Gundam. See what happens.
No. Is this worth watching?
The Christian documentary.
Yeah.
I mean, it's legitimately fascinating as almost like a true crime type thing. Um, and it starts off really sad, and you really feel bad for him, and then he progressively becomes the villain and just gets worse and worse and worse. And
Mm.
and it doesn't matter if he wasn't the villain to start, and that people, it was because of other people he's like this. This is who he is now. So
Gee. What did I watch that was Christian? Was it Gamer from Mars? Yes. Gamer from Mars did a 5-hour video on Christian, and that's the one that I saw. And it was like just like that was how I learned about him. Them. Her. Christian. I don't know. Oh, good lord. There's too much. Anyway, oh my god, he's got a 3.5-hour video on Mr. Beast. That's going in the watch playlist. Should put Mr. Beast in a Gundam. If anyone's gonna make a Gundam, it's Mr. Beast.
it's a very good video. I'm gonna save this video.
What is this?
Don't worry about it.
Oh no.
It's do you remember the song "She Wolf"?
Yeah.
By Shakira. It's
Yeah.
characters from Zenless Zone Zero shaking their asses to it. This is a good video.
Oh my god.
Very good video. I like in She Wolf when she goes, "Ow!" That was good. That's
Yeah.
funny. I
Oh
like that. Anyways,
no.
so Gundam. On the topic of Gundam,
VGU Gaiden presents Oh Say Can You See? A Beginner's Guide to Gundam. Episode 5. Gundam. Requiem for Vengeance.
I gotta close this video, dude. It's distracting me. I have we're trying to get our tickets secured for the new Gundam GQU G Cux G
Yeah.
Quarks Quacks whatever movie. Apparently they're up on Fandango, but AMC says you can't buy them yet. We haven't been able to actually buy them, but I doubt it'll sell out. I don't really see an issue with that. Um, but I'm pretty excited for that. I actually found out so QUX is a placeholder in programming languages.
Oh.
So this is just a stylized version of that because, like, I guess in the actual show slash movie, they don't have a name for the Gundam, so it's like a stylized version of that placeholder.
Oh. So do you think they're gonna reveal a name in the
They'll
show, or
probably name it
that's
at the end of the show or something.
oh, okay? Because I
Yeah,
know it's called,
they'll
like
have like a they'll have like an MCU style post credit scene. Or they'll have it like, in, The Kingsman, where it's like, "Alright, World War One is over, but the shadow organization is, like, still there plotting everything, and they have a new member, and they go, 'We have a new member, a young man,' and he comes over and he goes, 'Young man, what's your name?' As he shakes his hand, comes out of the shadows, it zooms in, he goes, 'Adolf Hitler,' and the movie fucking ends. So I think we'll do something like that.
that's how you think yeah, that's how you want Gundam to
Dude,
end, you think?
people were angry at me when that happened, by the way. I was in a theater of like 12 people. We walked in, and me being very loud, I made a joke like MCU fans when the World War One movie doesn't have a post credit scene teasing Adolf Hitler, and then it happened, and the lights came on, and there were a lot of people looking at me. I'm like, I didn't know.
I mean, it was kinda guaranteed to happen, right? Because it was taking place around that time.
I mean, yeah, but why do you need to tease Adolf Hitler?
Because 'Cause he's gotta be a Kingsman.
I know who. No, he's not a Kingsman. He's supposed to be the villain. We're probably not getting another one though. The Kingsman didn't do very well.
Damn.
They had a Gundam. They do well. So, Requiem for Vengeance, though.
So, yeah, Requiem for Vengeance. Um, so we watched this, because I just thought I should watch it, and I was on this
Your dad liked it, I think.
my dad liked it, but he likes everything. He's not a good barometer for anything, and, um, I was on this Gundam kick from watching these shows, so I said, "Fuck it, I'll give it a shot." It was 6 hours, I think,
Yeah,
right?
it's like 6 45-minute episodes.
And
I think.
oh, yeah, no, they were like a half hour.
Yeah, yeah, no, they were a half hour. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
long.
And I really think that it should have just been a movie. Is that controversial?
I don't think it's controversial, but I also don't think a lot of people are saying that regardless. Like, I think like it could be either way.
Okay. I just feel like because I liked it, like, my umbrella for it to kick it off is that I enjoyed it. But I did think that some of the stuff, like, the pacing maybe felt a little damaged because we had
I
to
mean, like,
end and
with it
start.
being so short, and then also just like just picking up like immediately from the last episode and whatnot, it felt almost kind of weird, like it was supposed to like maybe originally not be a Netflix show, and it was
Yeah,
supposed to release weekly.
the Moana 2 syndrome.
What does that mean? The
Well,
hell are you talking about?
Moana 2 was supposed to be a Disney Plus show, and then last minute they were like, "We could make more money if
And it
this was a
made
movie."
fucking 15 like bazillion dollars
Yeah,
because nothing is
but
holy.
people didn't like it because it felt like 3 disjointed, like, ep TV shows mashed together,
Yeah.
and, not that this felt that jarring, I'm just saying, like, I think it could have just flowed as one big movie without credit sequences, and it
Yeah,
would
and
have
I
been
think doing
fine.
that as well, they could have kind of leaned into more like because it's a this Gundam is supposed to be like a slasher villain.
Mhm.
And I think they kind of probably could have tried to lean into that more. Like regardless whether or not it was a show or a movie, but they did it a movie. I think it especially would have been better if they leaned into that a bit harder.
Yeah. But I digress. So we meet, um, Captain Solari of the Red Wolves, Immediately, I felt like I had heard that name before, but then I, like, tried to look up stuff, and I don't
It
think.
was probably because you saw me post that I built the Solari Zaku.
Oh.
Like, if anything, it's probably because of that.
So you have the kit of her Zaku?
Yeah, I the kit of her Zaku, and I have the kit of the Gundam. They have kits of the other Zaku's that are in like the first episode, but it's like there are two different um like things you can buy, and then it's like each of them has two or whatever that you have to choose which one you want to build or something like that. It's really stupid. You have to spend like $100 to get them all or whatever. It's really dumb. Which I guess is like roughly what you would spend if you were going to be buying four high grades anyways. So whatever. Um, but yeah, I have the Zaku Solari and I have the Gundam EX. Um, they're both really cool kits. They're not super articulate, but they do look really cool.
Uh, the one that looked like it had, like, a chainmail type of thing,
Yes.
that's the one you have?
I think that one does. Hold on, because one of them was P Bandai. Hold on, let me go pick my kits up.
I want that chainmail one. I don't care for the orange one very much.
Okay, no. So the one with the like chainmail type one was a P Bandai kit, I believe. So I don't have that one.
How do I get that one?
You'd have to buy it on P Bandai, and again, it came around like a while ago, I think.
Damn.
Like a
So
few
is
months ago.
the one you have, is that, like, orange with the red shoulders?
Yeah, it's the one she has in the first episode,
Okay.
which still looks really good. I actually think it's better than the Gundam,
Yeah,
though
the
I do like
Gundam's
a lot of the details on the Gundam.
Gundam's kinda basic. I just I don't know,
See,
like
you see basic, but a lot of people didn't like it because it was such a departure from the regular Gundam.
really?
Yeah, no, I mean this thing's wild looking for a Gundam.
I feel like when I see the Gundams that just look like Gundams, I'm not as drawn to them
This thing
unless
has a
they've got, like, a
lot of like
cool.
differences from the original Gundam. You put it side by side, there's like way more extra detail on this thing. A lot of people think it's like, there's just extra little like notches and little lines on it just for the sake of it, which yeah, I can see that. But I still think it looks pretty neat. You kind of need it in the right lighting, I think, for it to look really good. Because again, it's designed to be like a slasher villain. So when you get it in like, this like deep sort of red lighting and darkness, it looks fantastic.
Hmm,
Did you catch the fact that there was a Char reference in like the first episode, like right away?
possibly.
So it's literally like right at the opening of the show. They're in like that like convoy moving forward, and there's like an APC or whatever, or it's like a tank or something. It's some armored vehicle, and it's literally like Char's Zaku red. And it's just like some people were really upset because they said, oh that's actually Char. They like relegated Char to being in a stupid little vehicle instead of like a Zaku, and it's like, what are you talking about? At no point have they said that that is Char. It's never even stated if the show is canon, by the way.
What
Um,
so what
or if
is the
it's like an
timeline?
AU. Don't know.
Like,
I'm like 95% sure this is an AU, that this is not the main Gundam universe, but I don't think it's been confirmed.
really?
Yeah.
Because I meant to look up again, like, what the time, because it opens with telling you what the time is, what
Yeah,
the
yeah.
year
It
is.
tells you it's like the last month of like the 1 year war, which is also when original Gundam takes place.
I'm looking at the red thing. It's, like, right at the beginning, you said?
Because yeah.
They're marching through the streets. Yeah, it's 0079.
Let me, because
Oh,
like
the
so
red tank. I got you.
yeah, yeah. So like, it's also worth noting that when they put these out, you have like the box art and whatnot, and the box art always says what like timeline it's in. So like if it's a Mobile Suit Gundam Seed, it'll say CE for Cosmic Era. If it's UC, it'll say UC. Um, but these just say HG Gundam Requiem for Vengeance. So they I'm pretty sure it's an AU. I don't think this is like canon.
Oh.
Um, to like original UC. And some people have it in their heads. They get all like pissed off and angry about it. Like, oh, this is they're rewriting original Gundam. It's like, no, they're not. What are you fucking talking about? I don't know. So I'll say this show is not perfect, But there's a lot of people just bitching over this show. It's like, get over it. Oh, the Gundam doesn't look exactly as I want to. It doesn't look exactly like the original Gundam. And I've been over this before, but there are so many people like that where they bitch and moan and complain that it doesn't just look like the original Gundam. It's like, oh, boo hoo, they tried something new. Oh, well, you gonna fucking cry about it? It drives me up a fucking wall, dude. It makes me so angry. It's like, dude, get over it. Oh, you don't like the look of this Gundam. I bet you wouldn't like the look of any Gundam unless Tomino explicitly said this Gundam is a good design. I guarantee you those people would immediately flip. Guaranteed. They Oh my god, dude. I've mentioned the elitism in Gundam before, but I swear to god it's worse than anywhere else. Oh my god, I've never seen anything like it. But see, when I see these things, it's like, and this goes for any sort of anything online, not just like Gundam, it goes for anything. It's like when I'm walking down the streets of Boston and there is some crazy preacher or tweaker saying something and they say something to me, I don't respond because I know they're crazy. Why would I engage with that? So if I see someone just sitting here and complaining, I'll think, man, you're an idiot. And I might get a little annoyed by it, but I'm not going to respond because I know they're an idiot and they're insane. Why would I ever bother with that?
So you don't get in the forums and fight with them?
No, Mo, my time is better. I am better than them. So I know the Gundam EX is cool, and therefore I am better. Because you know what? I like things, and I don't sit there and complain. I'm like, oh, this Gundam isn't perfect, therefore it's all bad. Oh, Mom, you need to cook dinner for me and do all my laundry because I can't do it myself. Oh, these people do. I have to Google how to tie my shoes. That's what these fucking people do, man. They're like,
Man.
oh, God, my mom is making me shower. What the hell, man?
Oh my
People
god.
smell like shit.
Shut the god.
The hell was I talking about?
They have to cut all of this. They have to cut all of it. And
Why?
we have eyes on this podcast. There's
Oh,
Gundam
no.
fans love this podcast. We love everyone that's listened to this show. And then you go and
We
you
love everyone unless you disagree with me, then we
you
got a
go and you
problem. You can't see this right now, but I'm
slander
pointing directly at Graydon in the Discord right now.
you go and you tell all of our lovely fans that they don't take showers. Oh, man.
No, no, I'm sure they take showers.
Ugh,
It's the people who sit there and complain because something isn't 100% perfect.
right.
They don't take showers.
I think the problem with, like, the geek fandoms in general is that they don't understand. I mean, it's you said it yourself with Monsterverse way back in the day. It's the rule of cool, and people
It's
don't give a
part of
fuck
it is like
about.
nostalgia goggles too, though. It's like, oh, people look through nostalgia goggles at like original Gundam and stuff, and like, oh, it's so good. Therefore, anything new is going to be like bad if it's not
Right, why
immediately
can't you build on it? Like, why can't you try?
exactly, exactly. I don't understand why people aren't allowed to try anything new like ever. It's ridiculous. And by the way, original Gundam was not successful when it first aired. For the record, people
Mhm,
didn't care about it. It wasn't
and
until like the movies came out that it actually picked up traction. Okay.
I'd argue that Gundam has already tried interesting like, different
Yeah,
things.
they've tried all sorts of stuff, and that's why I love it. There's something for everyone, and I think
And
that's pretty cool.
yeah, some of it works for some people, some of it doesn't, but, like,
Yeah,
I'm
and
looking at the
and
timeline
I also
going,
want to say like, if you don't like Requiem for Vengeance, I mean, like honestly, like totally justified. Requiem for Vengeance has a lot of issues. Has a lot of issues with its writing and story. Obviously, in particular, the animation of the people is not like the best. But I think just there's a lot of people who are just complaining about these designs for absolutely zero reason other than it's not the original Gundam. Um,
mhm.
there's people just insisting it's absolutely supposed to be canon to the main timeline when there's absolutely zero evidence for that.
So
In
do you
fact,
think
there's evidence to the contrary. So
as I said, do you think that that can be a big part of it is that they think it's canon,
I think
so they're
thinking it's a
upset
part of
it's
the main
fucking not?
timeline is definitely part of the issue. And to be fair, if this is a part of the main timeline, it is an issue, like for the record, for sure. But there's no evidence for that, and the box art doesn't even say UC. So I don't
Right.
think this is canon to the main timeline. I think, excuse me, I think it's an AU like Thunderbolt or Origin. I don't think this is canon to the main timeline.
Huh.
Um,
Now to pivot from that, How do you think it doesn't like you just said, it has problems if it's canon? Elaborate.
So Bandai is constantly trying to cram as many Gundams into the 1 Year War as they can, even though originally there's only supposed to be the one Gundam, and that's why it's so special. There's
True.
only the one, and then in Eighth Mobile Suit Team, there's like, yeah, there's like 6 more Gundams. Sure, there's made from spare parts for the RX-78, but they're still Gundams. Like, okay, and that's like, oh, over on this Colony of War in the Pocket, there was the NT1 Alex Gundam that was supposed to be given to Amuro, but actually they destroyed it before it could get to him. Um, and I remember seeing a video, and it's like ones that supposedly did exist, but we never saw, plus like all the ones that we have seen. It's something like there's 25 Gundams or some shit. Like there's a lot more than you'd think. And trying to
Hmm,
cram any more into that definitely sucks if it's like supposed to be canon. And it's like because it's the more you do that, the more it devalues the original Gundam that's supposed to be
okay.
so special because it's this one of a kind like
Right.
machine. And by adding more, you just kind of keep devaluing that.
Yeah, and I would say that it
So
argues it
totally, if it's canon, like it definitely is an issue, and I definitely agree with that. But I also have zero evidence saying that it's canon. I haven't seen any of the creators say it's canon to UC. I haven't seen Bandai say that it's not on the box art. I'd like other than it's saying it's in the 1 Year War. I don't know, but guess what? Thunderbolt's in like the 1 Year War as well, but that's not canon. So,
right.
um, as far as like issues with writing and stuff, I think, first of all, the story doesn't actually start till like episode 4. It's just them running. Like nothing actually happens story wise until episode 4.
Yeah, it's just
Um,
little vignettes.
yeah. Now the like fights and stuff are sick, really cool, but the actual story doesn't happen until episode 4. Um, and I like what they were doing with this sort of Solari being the Gundam pilots. He doesn't have a name, by the way. He's just the Gundam pilot, being his sort of almost surrogate mother after she realizes that like it's a child. Um, And, I like that a lot, and if the story had gotten started, like, way sooner, I think they could have explored that more. Instead, it's, like, the last, like, 3 minutes of the show.
Yeah,
Um,
you have that
and it's
moment and
like,
then he's
man,
dead.
that could have been really good. They really should have explored that more, but the story didn't start. Um, and, so I definitely had an issue with that. A lot of people have an issue with, like, oh, since the Gundam pilot's a new type, he never would have died like that. But we've seen new types die in like moments of extreme emotional duress where they can't actually focus and we're sort of
Right.
like pay attention to their new type powers. So I think it's completely believable that he dies there. Um uh what I so like here's the thing. I like Requiem for Vengeance. I'd call it like a 6 out of 10. I like it. Um but I would call it a 6 out of 10, but I think Requiem for Vengeance is actually, if someone is looking to get into Gundam, with UC being the biggest and they want to start maybe, UC into like see classic Gundam stuff, I think Requiem for Vengeance is actually a perfect jumping off point. It
Me
is
too.
short and it gets a lot of the core concepts through to you in like a simple enough way that if you enjoy it enough, then I would say go ahead and watch original Gundam and whatnot. Um is what I say, because like, okay, you get the new types across, you start to understand like Xeon and the Federation, and you see right off the bat that it's like, hey, you know, and well, from here, and also because here you see it's more like the Federation are the villains here, but they kind of do a good job of getting across that really they're both villains.
Yeah,
Um,
like your
and they
heroes
honestly
are
did a better job than I think 0079 of getting that point across. Which I guess is probably a hot take because 0079 it can never be wrong. It's absolutely perfect. It's also not as good as Zeta Gundam, but you don't understand. It's perfect. Um, uh, and that's what I tell people. My buddy Ariel, who is really the guy who got me into Gundam, same thing. Like I went out to lunch with him one time, and I was like, "Yeah, I think it's a good genre." But he's like, "Exactly, that's what I was saying." And like I think it's a really really good starter point if you think you might have an interest in Gundam. I think it's actually a good point to start, even though I'd still call it like a 6 out of 10.
yeah,
Um,
I mean,
and the
it's not
fights, oh, the fights are amazing. Like, I will say, like, yeah, the humans aren't animated super well, but for all the animation they lack, all the mecha gets even more. They all
Mm,
look fantastic. They all look absolutely amazing, and all the fights are, like, phenomenal. I love it. Especially, like, this Gundam pilot was a real fucking psycho. I mean, that, like, opening scene of the one where, like, he knocks down one of the Zaku's and just starts to punch it in the chest and just slowly crushes, like, the chassis with the guy inside,
yep.
that was crazy.
Yeah, there's some really
They
cool
do a good
action.
job of showing how dangerous the plasma of weaponry is. Where he like shoots through a Zaku and it goes through like 2 buildings and then explodes like a half mile
Yeah.
away.
No, it
Like, did a
literally
really good
feels
job of showing, like, 'cau I saw that and was like, "Yo, it's like Hathaway." They're actually showing how dangerous this shit is.
but I also love that, like, the scale of this, where it's like Godzilla fights
Yeah, they
with
are kind of like kaiju, and again, the Gundam, EX here is supposed to be kind of like a skeleton. It's supposed to be a slasher villain. Like, it
mhm.
jumps them in the middle of the woods at night,
Oh, it's
you know?
scary.
It is. I think they do a good job of showing that the Gundam is actually scary.
Mhm.
Especially if you I mean, if you're a Xeon pilot, yeah, you're probably scared of the Gundam. There's a reason they call it the White Devil. Um, and I absolutely love that. I really hope we get master grade kits of these, or at least of the Gundam EX, because it's so cool. I would love to get an LED in this thing and like just shine the red light behind it.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
I hope we get bigger kits of these, and maybe we will, because while the show again, a lot of people had issues with it. Um, the kits sold like hotcakes. People
Hmm,
really like the kits.
cool. That's good. Like, when I saw those built Zaku's that they make, like, their makeshift Zaku's with the
Yes.
chainmail looking, I'm instantly wanted that.
Oh
Like,
yeah. No, again, I think it was P Bandai. I should have picked it up. It'll probably come back around again eventually.
they look sick as hell, and it's
It
just
is
like
very
that
cool. And I mean the
that
Zaku is already like a timeless kind of thing,
oh,
kind
yeah.
of design, which is why you understand the fact that they changed it a little with this one is like sacrilege, and that's not allowed and it's illegal.
You don't
So
get it.
so the whole thing's ruined now. It's all garbage. It's all
Ugh.
complete garbage. They touched my ever perfect Zaku. I am a master mechanical designer. Um, Never touched a pencil in my life, but I know about design. I've never touched a machine in my life, but I know about design.
At least you're not bitter.
I don't know what a stepper motor is, so don't ask me. Yeah, I know mechanical design. Yeah, disgusting. It really pisses me off so much, dude. It really
Oh,
does. It really gets under my skin.
shifting
Nothing
away
nothing could ever be different.
shifting from
Continue.
the Gundams themselves, the people on their own, um, like you said, animated kinda weird. I had a note that they kinda looked like Polar Express in a way. Like, just
A little. They
that
definitely,
dead
because I
eye.
mean, it's all done like Unreal 4, but they definitely don't like say it looks like a video game, and I'm like, yeah, it kind of looks like a video game from like a while ago.
Well, I mentioned in the last episode, I think, with of our thing here, that, I thought it was live action, like, initially, and, I think I had just seen,
Did I
like,
tell
some
you you were
posters.
insane for that?
Yes, you were
Okay,
like,
yeah, okay, because that's
"No,
still my
A,
response right now.
listen, you didn't call me crazy, you called me told me I was wrong, and then I looked it up, but you didn't have to say I was insane." I mean, some of it looked like, "Oh, are these the ones you got?"
Yeah, the I just sent you the picture of the kits. These have matte top coats
Oh,
on them
that
as well.
Zaku is pretty cool. Yeah, even, like, their coloring is just different than the typical
Yeah,
Gundam.
no, I like it a lot. Like the Gundam is literally like a bone white.
They look like they're from a movie, like MCU Gundams.
Oh, I hate that.
I hate
Maybe
that
the
you
designs
said
are bad actually.
that.
Maybe I was wrong.
But, no, I guess I just had seen some posters and I thought, "Oh, are those they're like real people," and then I realized they are not. It's kinda like the, what's that Final Fantasy movie from back in the day, the Final Fantasy VII
Advent
movie?
Children?
Advent Children. It's kinda that kind of animation. I
Huh.
mean, obviously, it's a little better because I mean, it's
Yeah,
weird, like,
I
it
kinda
is
get that. I almost feel
animated
like the
better.
actual, like, the texture quality of stuff is like that, but it has much better lighting,
Yes. No,
you know?
there's definitely enhancements because that's like a 20-year-old movie or
Yeah.
something, but, uh
Um, oh, and it's something interesting is, so I think the voice acting.
yeah,
I like the woman who plays Solari does pretty good.
she does.
I actually watched the English dub. She
Yeah, me
does
too.
pretty good. The Gundam pilot does pretty good. The like the like mobile suit repairman guy at the garage, he's
Yes.
pretty good. I forget his name, but he's pretty good. And everyone else is like okay to subpar. And I looked it up, and these are basically like almost all first time voice actors.
Really?
Yeah, which is pretty interesting. Like there were like a couple that had like a
Mm.
few other roles under their belt, but like there was like nothing major. There are no like prominent real voice actors in this. Which don't get me wrong is like I'm all for giving other people chances. I was
Yeah.
just surprised. Um and definitely in some parts it shows, but I'll say I think pretty much the people who don't do a super good job don't stick around very long anyways.
Yeah, I mean, the only note I had of that was the pink-haired girl, I think her name was
Oh yeah, her. I
Haley,
literally completely forgot about her.
did not like her, did not
The
like her
again,
one bit.
totally forgot about her.
I mean, she was pretty prominent, she was in their main group,
Yeah,
but it
and
was
I
just
still
like
forgot about her.
yeah, she was kind of over the top and just too much,
Yeah.
but everyone else was like Solari, I
No,
enjoyed
no, I like
she
Solari a
conveyed
lot.
the emotion that her character needed to have, and that's the thing too, is, like, I know it was typically a movie, like, essentially a movie, but to be able to put so much, like, of a lore to her in such a small amount of time, because a lot of it is just action.
Yeah.
There's never really there are very few moments like the campfire and when she initially meets her old friend from war, and, like, those moments where you learn about her husband and her
Yeah,
kids
they
and that kind of stuff.
characterize her pretty well
Yeah, they do it in the small moments.
as both a person and a soldier, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And like you
they
said,
do a
it
solid job with her.
it 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 makes for a satisfying conclusion, but I wish that we got some more time. Like, maybe if they had, like,
Yeah,
another
like
episode.
I would love to get a sequel that follows Solari. I'd love to see what happens.
Yeah, yeah, I
Because
think they
she also
could've
says she's still fighting and she's down in Africa, I think, at the end.
yeah.
But it's like it literally is like right at the end of the 1 year war is where like the show ends. Like Zeon is leaving. Um, so it's interesting. I kind of want to know where that goes. I liked her because I really did like Solaria. I thought she was a lot of fun.
So if it's 79 and then Char's counterattack is 93, what but it's not even Char's counterattack. It's the fucking, um, 3rd movie that when is
What?
okay, hold on, I'm thinking of so much in my head.
I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
Doesn't Lala show up in Africa? Aren't they in Africa?
Lala
Or are
shows
they
up
in
when they were in
Brazil?
space.
No, when they're on that like, the planet that she's on. Well, it's
They're on a space colony when they meet.
no.
Yeah, they're in space by then.
But
They're
where
on
the fuck
Space Colony Texas, I think, because that's the
but
one that then gets blown up.
no.
They're
Hold on,
they're
I
in
have
space. I'm like 99% sure that's a space colony, because that's going to be past the Battle of Jaburo, which means that they've already left for space. Yeah,
yes.
definitely,
Ch
definitely in a space colony.
is South America,
Yep,
and then they go off to space, you're saying?
yep,
Okay, and then when they see her, she's on a colony?
yeah. They're on a space colony.
Get out of town. So then I mean, I know it's before, but you're saying that Solari is still on Earth going to
Yes,
Africa.
yes. Apparently, there were like still troops there on Earth.
Huh. I thought that they ended up in Africa, But I do remember that you're at the Texas colony is where they had that battle.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, ain't I not very smart?
So yeah, that's what happens with that.
Our mission was to defend the base, Neeland, not get revenge. What the hell is that? Delta, get out of there! Ah! It's got armor we can't scratch. It's got beam weapons that cut right through our Zaku.
The Gundam. I've been hearing stories about it. I can't believe it.
Federation's new mobile suit. This could turn the tide of the war.
I do like. I think the first time they show that he has new type powers is you see him playing chess with someone, and he just sort of already knows what he's gonna do.
Who?
The Gundam pilot.
Oh, yes, yes.
Um,
Because even him, you don't get much time with.
no, very little. And again, I would have loved to have that sort of surrogate mother and son bond sort of elaborated on more. I would have really liked to have seen that.
Yeah, I wanted to know a bit more about her story, and I
Yeah,
will
and again,
say,
but this story just doesn't start till like halfway through the actual show for some reason.
right.
Which is a real shame because again, this it's like a like 6, 5.5 out of 10. But I think if they had actually like put more effort into the writing and story and started it like properly instead of waiting so long, I think we could have gotten like an 8 or 9 out of 10 if this stuff was properly explored. Like I can always put like even like subpar animation and stuff. I can put all that aside if it's like a good story.
Yeah, it can be if that's your direction you're going with, if
Yeah.
your story is good. And I think we have like I mean, we've talked about the trilogy of films, but obviously the whole series of the original Gundams, and then Hathaway being like a heavy story that is really fucking
Yeah, in
good.
that way it doesn't really embody like UC Gundam. In that
Yeah,
sort of way, it kind of fails to embody it by not having that sort of story throughout and not it really isn't story driven.
but I
Like
think that's good.
fundamentally, it's all action driven because they're just running from the Gundam.
I think that's good for a jumping off point for
Yeah,
learning
no,
about
yeah, no, again, again, I've or earlier I'm defending Requiem for Vengeance like crazy, and I'm like, no, it's far from perfect. It's like kind of mid. But I think if you watch this, you find it interesting enough, then I would say go ahead and watch original Gundam. I think it's short. That's the thing. You don't need to watch like 50 episodes or
Mhm.
like 3 movies. It's short.
Yeah,
What do you think of the GMs in this? They're kind of wacky looking
I gotta look them up again.
because these are
GM.
again the GMs. These are the ones, excuse me, that the kids in original Gundam take the bombs off of at Jaburo, and they're like the mass-produced version of the Gundam. Um,
Oh, this is the one that because the Gundam brings in a second guy,
yeah,
right?
yeah, because these are the mass-produced versions of the Gundam,
Yes.
which is actually another reason why I'm pretty sure this is an AU because those are clearly mass-produced versions of this Gundam. And if this were the
Oh,
regular like UC, then they would clearly appear more like classic GMs.
yeah, you're right. I mean, color-wise, they're pretty similar, but
Yeah, but like their design is very different. As where sure you have more detail on the Zaku itself, but the Zaku still has the same core design as where like the Gundam and GM really don't.
yeah, it's
Which is
almost
why
like
I'm like I'd be shocked if this is supposed to be canon to UC.
it's
Completely
almost
shocked.
like not only is it an alternate universe thing, but it's like a parallel universe thing. Like they're trying to do like a not really a soft reboot, but like, hey, you know those designs that you know?
Yeah.
Here's them in a
Well,
different
that's
animation style and a
it's
different
kind
like
of like
where
it's basically like Thunderbolt. Like Thunderbolt is an alternate universe sort of reboot of Gundam.
oh, okay.
I need to actually I want to actually go and read the manga. I've seen like the 2 movies. Bandit Flower without actually having context is not very good, but has some cool fights. Original first Thunderbolt movie, you could absolutely just watch on its own, and it's like phenomenal.
Huh.
It's so good.
So what was that December Sky that we watched?
That's the first Thunderbolt movie.
Oh, that is?
Yes.
Okay.
And then
Yeah,
the
that
second
was
one
cool.
is Bandit Flower.
Gotcha. And they follow the same story because that's like
Yes.
a compilation of the show?
Yeah, exactly. But there's like
Gotcha.
so much more. The Thunderbolt manga has been running since like 2012. Like it's still ongoing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is the show,
Um
like, over?
oh yeah, yeah, no, they just made like a few of the volumes into an animation. And like that
Gotcha.
was it. There's still so much more in the manga because it just keeps going. Actually, if you go to a Newberry comic, a lot of Newberry comics stock Mobile Suit Gundam Thunderbolt.
Oh,
The one on Newberry Street does.
yeah, there's so much. I just keep opening the tab of the timeline again, and I'm like, "Dear God, there's so
Oh,
much."
what did that like image I sent?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you finish Gundam Wing?
No, no, I took a break because I've been binging House.
Oh, yes, yes.
More mouse bites. Yeah, I've been binging House, and whoop, and I've been building my perfect grade Unleashed RX-78, which
What
is
was
fucking awesome, might I add.
what was the second thing you said?
What? I'm binging House, and
You
I'm
and I've
building
been
my.
you and I've been bitching house. I've been whoop, and I've
Oh,
been
I almost knocked it over. Hold on.
oh, okay.
I got yeah. That's I was going whoop because I almost knocked it over. Hold on, I'll get a little picture of this guy. The perfect grade Unleashed is really cool. It is not a perfect kit. Um, the torso's a little loose, but it's kind of crazy. I currently have it on phase 3, so I have all the metallic stuff on, and now I just got to put the armor on.
Good lord, that's huge.
Yeah,
Perfect grade unleashed.
it's really cool.
Damn.
My favorite part about it is that it has like actual metal parts in it.
Really?
Yeah, it has a few metal parts. Now there are actual metal builds you can buy, by the way. Like it's not like this is like super unique in that. It's just cool that it has like a couple parts that are actual metal. Like it has these metal parts in the arm where normally the shield would plug into, so I have to assume that they're there to be magnetic, like a magnetic connection for the shield. Its thrusters are made of metal. The head Vulcans, like the little guns on the top of the head, are also made of metal. And it has these little metal stickers called etching stickers, which suck, by the way, in every kit that has them. They suck. I hate them. They don't act. They forget about the sticker part of that, and I have to just glue them on every time. Like I've they suck.
Yeah, that thing's immense. That's like an action figure.
Yeah. I mean this thing's like I don't know. It's like a foot tall or something. And then it's about the size of the Perfect Grade Mark II I posted recently that I built. About the same size.
I didn't see that.
It's
Perfect
hold on here. I
grade mark.
will post it in the podcast chat. There's no perfect grade turn A though, and I think that's kind of sad.
Well, you got that fucking butterfly wing thing.
It's true, and then I have 2 more master grades.
That's big enough.
So here, this is
Oh, this dude.
so the
I
first
did
one
see
is like
that.
size comparison compared to the real grade, which is the same size as the high grade. It's 1/144th. I think these are 1/60th are the perfect grades.
What is this? Just the RX-78?
It's the RX-78 or RX-178, which is the Gundam Mark II from Zeta Gundam.
I feel like I have this one. Am I crazy? Do I not have this one?
I don't think you have it.
I forget what the real grade is that I made. It's over there.
You have the real grade. Well, you got the real grade Wing Zero custom EW.
That was that? Oh, is that
The
what
one
we
with
got?
you got the one with the angel wings.
Yeah, was that the real grade?
Yeah, you had the real grade.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've only made one real grade. I got 2 new ones today.
Oh, really? What'd you get?
I
You're
did.
buying Gundams and you're not telling me.
Well, I saved this for you tonight. It was gonna be a surprise.
Tell me.
Oh, hold on, let me grab them. One of them I'm very excited about. So, fun fact: I'm not happy about where the money's going, but Hobby Lobby has been
Ah,
has been
yeah, because
lovely
they have their model kit sales. That's like 40% off on what, like Thursdays or something.
every other week. I didn't know it was, like, a recurring thing that often.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
no, it's
showed up
really common. It's like people really hate giving money to Hobby Lobby, but it's like it's kind of too good of a deal.
it's great for this
Like I
yeah,
really don't blame anyone. Like
and to
it's
not have,
way
like,
too good of
a
a deal.
to not have, like, a great Gundam store, like, I can't you don't find these in, like, a Target or something. Like, you've gotta really
Well, you can find some in a Target.
maybe if you're in the right Target,
Some
but
Targets do sell Gunpla, but it's just gonna be like Witch for Mercury and the one Target exclusive RX-78.
oh, crap, do you have that one?
Which one?
Sorry, I was coughing. The Target exclusive one.
Oh, no, 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 I don't have it. I actually there's like no Targets near me. I actually do wanna I'm heading back home on Monday for a dentist appointment. I'm actually gonna swing by Target and just look around just in case.
You
Because
gotta
I do
find
want
one.
to have it. I've heard it's not even a very good kit. I mean, it's like an entry grade. Um, but I want it. But yeah, what kits did you buy?
Well, yeah, I highly suggest that people check out the Hobby Lobbies. Anyway, there's 40% off. So I last time I went, they finally had this, and I tried to like hide it. And then, and then I was like, oh shit, now there's a sale, they won't have it. And they did. And it's the Goof Custom.
Ah, there you go.
The yeah, no, the Goof Custom, the mobile suit, 8th mobile suit team version,
Yep.
which
Yeah, that is the Goof Custom. Yeah.
I was like, oh, this ain't the one with the whip. But it still looks awesome.
Yeah, yeah. You just the Goof Custom is eighth mobile suit team. The Goof, just the regular Goof, no custom, just Goof, is the classic one. And
Okay.
what you said you got a second one?
Yeah, so then this one caught my eye, and I was like, "I've never seen this before. This one looks really neat." And it is the Gundam Vidar from Iron Blooded
Oh, yes,
Orphans.
Iron Blood Orphans. Yes, I have that. That one's really cool. It has like
It's
the whatever they use in fencing. What are they called?
yeah,
The
he's got like
revered.
a lance type of thing, and he's
Yeah,
got
it's
like
really
a
cool. And it also and it's two pistols, which I love. It's
yeah.
actually has a master grade coming out next month, I think. Which is like the first master grade in like 3 years.
Oh, wow.
The first non-premium Bandai. It's the first like regular retail release master grade in like 3 years. Because the
That's
last
crazy.
one was the Rick Dom in like 2022, I think.
Huh.
Yeah, it's just been all premium Bandai, which has sucked because master grade is like my favorite line. I absolutely well second favorite. I love my real grades. But yeah, it's the it's been a while since we've had a standard retail um master grade, unless you count the master grade SDs, which I don't. That's a separate line. Those are awesome though. I love the MGSDs.
These
But yeah,
ones
the
are just
Vidar is pretty cool. And what's really cool about that line is that all the Gundams in that actually share the same inner frame. It's just that really their armor is different, but their inner frame is like mostly the same.
oh. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I've
it's
made I
yeah, it's
think
from
I've
Iron
made
Blooded
another
Orphans.
Iron Blooded Orphans one. I can't remember what, but I feel like I have one.
Iron Blooded Orphans is pretty cool. It's almost all melee, which is interesting. They don't actually use guns like very often. It's basically all like melee combat, which is pretty sick. Like the main Gundam is the Barbados, and it has like a giant mace, a giant like katana, and then it has like a sort of almost giant sniper rifle. I think it's like literally an artillery cannon it carries on its back, but it's like 70-80% like melee combat, which is really cool.
Isn't the Barbados the one from the Evolution that you liked?
From what?
From Gundam Evolution? The game?
Oh, yes, yeah, yes, I played the Barbados there where you're having severe audio issues, and I'm bouncing around like a maniac dominating people. Yes, yes, I played the Barbados.
I'm having severe stuttering all over the place. Have you seen Iron Blooded Orphans? It's on Hulu.
I started it, I need to get back to it.
Huh. So this actually getting these raised a question for me that I was gonna raise to you, because I was looking at them, and this one immediately caught my eye, and I was like, "I've never seen this kit before." I how much was it? $80. And I was like, "Oh, but on sale, I could get it." And then I was looking it up and stuff. So it's called the Mazinger Zero Infinitism?
Yo, the Mazinger, that was $80?
Yeah, but it would have
Hold
been
on.
down to 48 with this
Yeah,
sale.
okay, hold on, hold on. I need to Which what was it called again?
Mazinger Zero Infinitism. And it's sexy as hell. It's so cool.
Hold on. I'm pretty sure they literally had this at Gundam Bros.
Well, so my question is, do do you ever buy ones that
You can get it
like
for
this
67.99 at oh nope, sorry, they're actually sold out at Gundam Pros, but they did have it in stock at one point. I have a Mazinger kit.
you do,
Yeah, I have Great Mazinger Infinity version.
and you don't know, like, you don't watch Mazinger or know anything about it, right?
I mean, I want to read it at some point, but I know about it. Oh my god, I'm blanking on the author's name, but it's written by the guy who did Devilman. Hold on, Go Nagai, which is a really marketable name, by the way. His name, Go Nagai. Yeah, he wrote Mazinger. Mazinger is one of the original like big three of mecha because it was the first ever piloted like mecha. And
Oh,
then his assistant, whose name I'm blanking on as well. Um, hold on, I'm just gonna look it up. Um, Ken Ishikawa, was his assistant, and asked him for help making another mecha, and that's Getter Robo, which I've mentioned a few times. I love Getter
yeah.
Robo. And so Go Nagai helped him with that, and that was the first ever combiner mecha, and then Gundam was the first real mecha
Oh,
or real robot.
okay.
But yes, Mazinger is really cool. I haven't read it. I would like to. I have started reading Getter Robo. I'm on like part two, which is Getter Robo G, and it's kind of awesome. Also, yeah, the infinitism is actually kind of slick looking.
It's awesome.
I kind of want to pick this up actually. It's on Amazon for like 70.
I think I'm definitely gonna hopefully, they'll have that next week, and I'll p well, no, it's yeah, because next week, because that was the joy of this sale, was that they still had the signs up from last week. So the sale's technically like, I ended it today, and then tomorrow next week, it starts again. So this fucking thing, it's gonna be mine. But I
No, what you should do is let
basically
me know when they stock more Getter Robo kits. I really want a kit of like classic Getter Robo.
well, I don't usually see, like, other stuff that's not Gundam. I mean, they do, like, the model planes and shit, and then they have the Transformers kits, which are pretty cool, the, Star Wars ones of, like, ships and stuff, and then they have Gundams. But I've never seen one, so I saw Mazinger and I was like, "Is it, like, sacrilege to get one from something I've never even heard of?"
No, if you like it, go ahead and get it.
'Cause, I mean, at the end of the day, it's the hobby, like, I assume you build it the same
There
way.
are there are people who build and just never engage with anything else.
That's wild.
Especially in Warhammer, that was a big thing. Like for me, for the longest time, I was just building and painting, and I knew nothing about any of the lore or anything. I
Oh,
eventually got into it, but yeah,
I mean, this guy, he, like, flies on that little disc.
yeah. No, Mazinger's kind of wild.
He shoots his fists
I
out.
don't really know much about it beyond it being like the first piloted mecha. But it's something I do want to get into. But get a Robo first, because damn, get a Robo is really cool. And plus, get a Robo is kind of at fault for me getting into any sort of anime to begin with. So we've kind of circled around here because Getter Robo is the absolute biggest inspiration for Gurren Lagann, which is the first anime I ever watched, and it's all been downhill from there. Um, Basically everything that Gurren Lagann does is basically pulled straight from Getter Robo. They were like, "Hey, we want more Getter Robo," but the last thing that happened with it was Getter Arc ending on like a cliffhanger in 2001, and it's 2007. So they're like, "Fuck it, we'll make our own," and it's called Gurren Lagann, and it's fucking awesome. And it broke the record for largest mech in anime twice.
Oh,
They
for
did
the
it with the end of the show, and then they did it with the end of the movie, and
like, the
it's
suit is like, the mech
they
itself is
literally
big?
make a mecha of like pure energy that is bigger than the universe.
Of course.
Nah, it's so fucking cool. It's literally like like you know the meme of like um the indifferent cruelty of the universe when it meets the human spirit. That that's Gurren Lagann. That's Gurren Lagann. It is literally just them saying fuck you, we will fight on, and it's the coolest shit. If I'm ever feeling down or something, I just gotta go fucking watch Gurren Lagann. It's literally a cure for depression. It's like I watch that and I'm like, I could kill God if I choose to. I could do it. I think I could. I think I could really fucking do it.
Is that the one that you saw in, like, a theater that was, like, stars
Yeah,
in
yeah. I
the
went to see the two parts with Kyle.
Gurren Lagann?
But yeah, Gurren Lagann is super cool. It's by Gynax, so the creators of Evangelion, and these guys then went on to form uh what's it called? The team that made this then left to Gynax and they went to form Trigger Studios, to the point where a lot of people actually don't realize that this is even by Gynax, so they just sort of like are like, oh yeah, that's a Trigger show. Like people call it a Trigger show all the time. Because it's just the team that left to form Trigger. And Trigger then went on to do awesome shows like Kill a Kill, Kisniver, motherfucking
Oh,
Inferno
yeah.
Cop, let's go. Um, they done some awesome work.
Is I'm looking at Trigger right now. Is
They
Delicious
actually
in
did some
Dungeon that
work.
one that's
Yes,
on
yeah, they did
Netflix?
Delicious in Dungeon. That's the really popular one on Netflix where they
That's,
just
like,
eat
good,
monsters in a
right?
dungeon. Yes, it's very, very good.
I heard
You
that
might
was
actually love
fun.
that. You might love that one actually.
Yeah, I gotta check that out. I hear that it's fun. And then it has, like, a like, kind of a twist to it or something that's, like, dark?
As it goes on, it starts to get a bit weirder and fucked up. But
Okay.
it's very good. It's very, very
I'm
good.
into that.
It's also pretty funny because it ends pretty suddenly. And from what I understand, the author, she was like busy playing Baldur's Gate 3 at the time, and people kept pestering her saying, "Hey, where's the next chapter? Where's the next chapter?" She was just, "All right, fuck you," and just quickly wrote an ending because she was really annoyed and just wanted to play Baldur's Gate.
Jeez.
um, and what's also funny is that it's heavily D&D inspired. She has never played D&D. Never.
Really?
Apparently, it was in an interview. She said like, yeah, a friend gifted me like a couple of like the monster manuals because I thought the art was cool, and just that's it. That's how she started this.
Wow. And it, like, works.
Yeah, no, it's
And
super good.
huh.
Yeah, it's really really good. The animation's beautiful. It's something you probably wouldn't guess was Trigger, but it is. Have you seen Star Wars Visions? Because they
N
had two
oh, no, I
episodes
never
in the
saw
first
that one.
season. Oh,
Yeah, I gotta watch
fucking,
that.
they're awesome. Uh, the first season of Visions is fantastic. Season 2 is kind of whatever. Season 3 is looking like it's going to be insane again.
Huh.
But Trigger has 2 episodes in season 1 and they're very good. One of them you'd probably never guess is Trigger. And then the second one is like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is Trigger. This is completely batshit insane. This is Trigger, all right. They have a very distinct animation style.
I was always kind of interested in Kill la Kill. He always made it look kind of
You made
interesting.
fun of me when I tried to show you Kill a Kill.
Yeah,
I
because
distinctly remember, but
we
it's
were
good.
young boys,
It's
watching
literally
the
like there's
animes, and
literally
that's
it is literally about the sexual revolution in the face of fascism. And on top of that, it's just fucking cool.
and wasn't the girl, like, scissors?
Yeah, yeah, she uses scissors. It's fucking awesome.
What's not to make fun of?
Fucking cool. I ain't see you coming up with something like that.
Listen, give me time.
Kill la Kill's fucking iconic. Some of my favorite fights in all of anime are in that fucking series. It's also there's this a golden rule for anime called the 3 episode rule, where if you don't like it by the end of the 3rd episode, then just stop watching because you're probably not going to enjoy it any more of it.
Oh.
And Kill la Kill is like okay for the first couple episodes, and then episode 3 is complete balls to the wall insane. People sort of use it as like an example of the golden rule for it.
That's funny. There's only 24 episodes?
Yeah, that's like
What?
actually pretty long by today's standards. Most animes are like 12 episodes these days,
That's
which is
wacky.
tragic. It's been less and less like as the years go on. They used to be like 50 plus episodes.
See, I hate that
And then
that's
we
the
get to like
thing.
24, and then we get then we get to 12. I know some like 10 episode shows. We're starting to get more 24 episoders though, which is nice, or more. Like Free Run Beyond Journey's End, which is a perfect 10 out of 10, by the way.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Is
I
like
like.
28, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Dude, oh, Kyle, I finally got Kyle to watch Freerun, and he talked to me last week. I was like, "Yeah, so I finally actually I watched Freerun, I finished it." I was like, "So?" And he's like, You were right. I should have started this sooner." It's like it's perfect. It's like a perfect 10 out of 10. It's a
I've
work of
seen
art.
I've seen people mentioning it online recently, and, like, just that it's perfect.
It's
And I
amazing.
mean, I can
There are
say that
people who say that nothing happens in Freerun, and people who think nothing happens in Freerun lack media literacy. Um, Freerun
are they
is
the ones
about
that won't
Freerun is
question people or whatever?
absolutely about living in the present while still treasuring the past and using it to look towards the future. It's incredible. It's beautifully animated. It's a very it's supposed to make you reflect upon yourself. In like,
Huh.
what have I done? What am I doing? What am I going to do? It's beautiful. I cried like a baby in the first episode. And then I was like, okay, I got emotional, but I didn't cry at all. I finished the show and I was like, I did it. And then there's this one last line at the end of the fucking show that hit me like a fucking freight train. It hits everyone like a freight train. It is so fucking hard to take in. It's not bad. It's not sad. It's just this line of I don't like long goodbyes. It would be embarrassing when we meet again. Dude, oh my fuck, I'm tearing up. Oh my god. Oh fuck. Oh my god, dude. It's very much a show that it's like what I said with Char's Counterattack. I finished, I was like, "Oh my god, I have to be kinder.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I have to be a better person.
It makes me
Oh, I have to be kinder. This isn't what Himmel would want." And there's actually that case you might have seen of this guy in Japan's help save this woman from getting stabbed, and he said like that's what Himmel would have done, which is the character from Freerun. And he's like, he was a hero. That's what he would have done. And he literally saved a woman
Oh,
from like getting stabbed. And like that's what he said when he was interviewed. Like it's what Himmel would have done.
that's beautiful.
Oh
Like, it
my
made him a
god.
better person.
So fucking good. It's so amazing. How did we get here?
I don't know, but do we watch Freerun?
Freerun's so good. I've literally been meaning to rewatch it. The dub is also fantastic. I watch it subbed. I want to rewatch it dubbed because I watched the first few episodes dubbed.
How does one watch Freerun?
It's all in Crunchyroll. That's where I
Ew,
watched
so I
it.
gotta pay for that shit?
I mean, you could pay for it, or you can just go to a site that just rips shit. I don't pay for it. I use Johnny's Crunchyroll. I've been using Johnny's Crunchyroll since Crunchyroll like first came out. Literally, I've had this shit since like 2014, 2015, and I still use Johnny's Crunchyroll. He literally only uses it for One Piece. I'm the only one who actually like watches a ton of stuff.
Oh, shit, I got news for you.
Oh boy.
19 hours ago from Game Rant, March 1st, Freerun will be coming to Netflix.
Oh, look at that.
So I think we make that a thing.
Oh man, dude, you're in for a hell of a time. It is wow.
Wow. What are the fucking odds of that?
That certainly works out, huh?
It does have nice art.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Like, it's
Oh, dude, speaking of, I was so fucking pissed recently, dude. I opened up Netflix because I wanted to go watch Sakamoto Days, which started coming out, and they fucking wouldn't let me log into the account because we didn't have the like version of Netflix that lets you have like two households. So it
oh,
just fucking
shit.
kicked me off. So I had to actually get my own Netflix account and couldn't use my parents. I was really pissed off about it.
Gross.
Like I'm literally gonna use it just to watch Sakamoto Days and probably rewatch Delicious and Dungeon, and then I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm done. Fucking not gonna watch Arcane again. Season 2 sucked.
Really?
It's fucking garbage, dude. It's oh my god, it was terribly written.
Okay, listen, you
It's like a
get to shit
5 out
on
of
me.
10, dude. It's like
You
a
shit
5
on
out of
me.
that's not even a
Nope,
fucking hot take.
nope,
The
nope, nope,
more people think about it
nope,
that I agree with this, the worse it
nope.
gets.
You just you're
It's
filibustering.
filled with issues.
You're filibustering.
What do you mean
This
I'm
is
filibustering?
this is an extreme hot take.
No, it's
Extreme
really
hot take.
not. It's really
Everyone that
not.
I have heard everywhere loved it.
Yeah, when it came out, ask them again now that they've thought about it. Because
Ah,
I loved it when I first finished it, and then like a week later I was like, "Huh."
I'm gonna even Google if there's a discourse about this. Arcane season 2
Like it's
not
just filled with like writing issues. They're constantly pulling away from the main plot. If you don't know League lore, you're completely lost on what's happening with Mel. It's
really.
oh my god, there's a lot of issues with it. It definitely should have been longer. The fights are worse for sure. Like excuse me, like half the fights. Also, I tried to look up Arcane on Twitter to see what people talk about it. It's all gay porn. So I'm not going to do that again.
Oh, it's always gay porn.
Um, I don't like to be this guy because it sounds like I'm being like, oh, it's woke. But there was like actual like gay pandering that actually pulled away from like the real relationships that like could have and should have been happening. That like they really leaned into the
Fan service.
yeah, well, the Jace Victor sort of like ship that people liked, which was never gonna happen. Like it's just and like and like you know I'm not saying this like as like as as a straight man I didn't like this. I don't give a shit about gay relationships. I mean I think the Caitlyn Vi relationship is pretty cool. I think it's weird they had a homewrecker come into the middle of it, um, and then also just like had her complete. It's like completely out of the blue turn on them, but it's like, oh, it's hinted at a little bit, but it's like I still don't understand her reasoning. She seemed like very loyal and then just completely turns on them and then dies right away. Because Mel gets like ex machina powers, so she gets to save the day. Um there's the biggest one that always gets me is they have to stop Victor from getting to the top of the tower, right? They know where Victor is. Victor is underground. So, what do?
They
They
go to the
set
top of the
up
tower.
barricades on the surface at the docks because the Demacians brought him up to the surface to bring. Oh, so, I'm sorry. I said it's get to the top of the tower. He has to get to the Hextech core, which is like deep underground. He's already underground. He just has to go deeper. So instead of just setting up around the core, they set up on the surface, and then the Demacians have his weird egg thing also up on the surface. Like, why would they bring that there? And then it's revealed that it was a decoy because he wasn't there because he was underground where they saw him anyways. So why did we do this? I don't understand. Why did we all go through this? Everyone knew he was underground. You saw him there. Why are we up on the surface? Um, they introduced these like few characters, and the only that like go with Caitlyn, and it's like Loris, this fucking fish man, and then the homewrecker, and the homewrecker dies because she's a traitor. And it's really out of the blue. She dies very cool. And Loris, the only one people actually liked, dies, and then there's the fishman that I can't even name. I don't know anyone who can name him. I think they say his name once and never again. I don't know a single person who can name him.
The
I had know
fish.
someone who's watched the show 3 times now. She cannot name him.
His name
I-
is
It's 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 there's so much, especially just with Mel. They're constantly pulling away from the main story to just show that Mel's getting ex machina powers via the Black Rose and LeBlanc, but if you don't know League lore, you have no fucking clue what that means. And even if you know League lore, it's still really weird and feels shoehorned in. It's just like, and Mel was a way more interesting character as someone who was like this voice of reason in this sea of just political corruption, made her way more interesting instead of just I'm a witch and I'm going to make you reflect your own bullet back at your head. It's like thanks for coming to my TED talk.
I love that every bit of that went so far over my head.
I,
Like,
I I knew it would. I knew it would.
but the thing is I'm fine
I
with it.
could
Like
get it out. And
I
season 1 was
listened
so
to it.
good.
I
Season 1 was
listened to it and
so good, dude. Ugh.
I'm with you that it sounds like it was disappointing. The fish man's name was Steb, by the way.
Fucking
Um,
I'll forget that in 5 minutes because you know what? He had 2 lines.
yeah, his
He did.
this
He had 2
person was a
lines. He
video.
had 2 lines and did absolutely nothing. And I don't know. I'm supposed to care about him. There's one part where this random person dies, and I'm supposed to care. Like I,
This
I don't know.
this video is every Steb scene in Arcane, and it's 6.5 minutes.
There you go. I bet he talks for like 5 seconds of it. Um, ugh,
Well, I'm sorry that it was awful, but I'm glad that you
It
had this
really is.
forum.
Season 1's so good, though. Season 1's phenomenal.
Do you have to watch season 2? Like, does one
It
end
it
good enough?
End 1's on a pretty insane cliffhanger,
Wow.
which makes it really annoying that we had to wait, like, what, 3 years or something for, like,
Can you
season 2?
just can you just watch the first episode of 2 and end the cliffhanger?
Uh, Not really,
You gotta see it
because
through.
yeah. I mean, like,
Wow.
it all kind of wraps up, but it's I don't know, man.
I was talking to a guy at work the other day about it, and he said that it ended he said it wasn't as good as the first season,
Not
but
even
it
close.
ended well,
Yeah, it had
and
like
it
a
was
fine. The ending was fine enough. Don't get me wrong. The ending was fine. It's the writing over the course of like all of season 2 has like major issues. Oh, and I think I mentioned the fights weren't nearly as good. A lot of the fights were just they go to punch and it cuts to black, or it's like it's in complete darkness and you see some sparks, but you don't actually see them fighting. There's a lot of that.
Oh,
Like
wait, no, he
several of the
legit said
major
that.
fights you don't even really see happen.
Yeah, he said it was like Moon Knight.
Yeah,
He
yeah, you
legit
don't
said
even
that.
see the fights happen, which is crazy because the fights in season 1 are, like, so good. Um,
Wow.
yeah, that happens, and it's pretty infuriating, especially this one fight that's, like, a really, really, really big deal about a very important character who comes back as another character, and it's kind of insane, and you do not see that happen. It's in a mine shaft, and you don't see it happen because it's all black, and it's actually infuriating.
Was it Jinx or Echo?
No, it's neither of them.
Neither of them. They're the only 2 I
No.
know.
I mean, when Echo actually does shit in this, it's always fucking awesome. At least they kept that. Echo's still cool as fuck. He's
That's
still
the
the
guy with the
coolest
dreads,
motherfucker
right?
in the entire show. He's still probably one of the smartest motherfuckers in the entire show. He's still the best part of the entire show. At least they didn't do my boy Echo dirty.
Nice. Uh, wow.
Gundam.
Oh, when the smoke clears, Arcane is, not as good. I'm sorry that that happened.
Like, I don't give a shit. I'll just move on. I just won't watch the next one. Like, fine.
Are they doing more?
Oh yeah, they have like 4 or 5 more series planned for like the different like regions in League
Oh,
of Legends.
yeah, but not Arcane. Arcane is done.
Well, Arcane is done, but it's still like they're gonna have a Demacian show. They're gonna have a I'm blanking on the name of the place that Garen and Lux is from, but they're gonna have that. They're gonna have the one that's just Japan again.
Okay.
Um, Bilgewater. Like they're
Japan
doing ones
again.
for like each of like the regions, basically.
They've come out with the games, right? Like
Uh,
the spin-off games?
I mean, just of like League of Legends spin-offs. Yeah, there's the Ruin King, which I've heard is pretty good. It's an RPG. There's Mage Seeker, which is awesome. It's made by the same team that did Moonlighter, which is an awesome roguelike. Mage Seeker's pretty cool. I recommend it.
I'm looking these up. I haven't seen Mage Seeker at all. I knew Ruined King, but this is new to me. It's 2 years old.
Yep, it's pretty cool.
Asymmetric.
Let's see here. I think yeah, I have it in my library. Mage
Okay.
Seeker, a League of Legends story.
Wow. Because like before those games came out, it was a big deal, and they were like putting them at the showcases, and oh, they're making new league games,
Yeah,
and then
there's some other ones like there's Convergence, where I think you play as Echo. I actually do want to play that. Excuse me. There's a Song of Nunu. I don't even know what that one is. Um, Hextech and Mayhem, which is a bit older. But yeah, Mage Seeker's probably the best. Convergence, I do actually want to play. Actually, I should add that to my wish list. You play as Echo, so like I'm sold. Echo's kind of the coolest dude in League of Legends.
these all came out in 2023. They like dropped them all at once.
Yeah, 2023 and 2021. Excuse me.
Holy
I have like
crap!
a tickle in my throat. Hope I'm not getting sick.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no, I might have to lock myself inside and do the same things I always do.
Yeah, might have to work from home or something.
Yeah, can you believe I'm gonna have to work from home and then like play video games after work? That's oh, my life is so hard.
Trump said today that people don't work from home. He said nobody works. They go and do
Trump doesn't work.
tennis. Right. He said they go and play tennis and play golf, but they don't really work from home.
I definitely know some boomers that have done that. My mom has told me about like her friend who like got in trouble for just going to a hair appointment instead of working, and she was like, "Why? Why can't I do that?" It's like, what? And at like my last place I worked, it was always it's always the boomers. It's always the
Yeah.
boomers who don't work when they work from home, and I think it's because they didn't really grow up in a digital age. I think it is so they just I don't know. There's like the like synaptic connection just isn't there
They
for
can't
doing work
multitask.
on computers. I don't know. So it's always a boomer thing. Like I don't know, like anyone my age who like doesn't do work.
It's all gone.
We will. It's our home.
Because humanity moved to space, we've acquired abilities we've never needed before. We're evolving into a species that can understand the true intent behind actions. Newtype ability isn't magic. We all have our duties. You know that, Alfie. I will stop the Gundam!
How many characters are in League?
Dude, I think I'll be at like 250 or something. There's more than 200, I think.
For real. Now with more than 140.
Okay, 140. Hundreds no, currently 164.
Odd.
Oh, that's as of September 16th, 2022. There were 161. Hold on. List of champions from the League of Legends. Okay, 170 is what they're at right now. As of January 23rd, that- January 23rd, 2025, there are 170 champions in total.
170. Does somebody do the art for all of them? Like,
Yeah, or they or at least they did until they like laid off all the staff. But you know, yeah. Riot is in a lot of like deep shit lately. People are really fucking angry at them because like you could get free skins and stuff through just like in-game loot boxes just by playing. You could like earn them, and they recently like I think a few months ago just said we're not doing that anymore, and people
Mhm.
were because they said yeah we're losing a lot of money on it. Like you guys are one of like the richest like like game studios that isn't owned by like a corporation, right? Um and it's like they literally just made like millions of dollars off a skin that was 500 fucking dollars and they're releasing these skins for like hundreds of dollars now instead of like 20. Um
Uh,
and the worst part is that first skin that was like $500, the guy who made it then got laid off like a few weeks later. Um So, you know, the Riot were shitheads before for, you know, being weird to women at their office, and looks like they're still shitheads just for a different reason. Maybe
wow.
still the first reason. I don't know. Oh yeah, by the way, in the most recent character released is Mel from Arcane, and I've heard she's a pain in the ass. Don't play League. It's bad. Don't play that game.
No, it's a MOBA. Like, you don't have to tell me twice.
Pokemon Unite's really fun though, because it's all kids playing it, so you can just dunk on them really easily.
Is that still live?
Oh yeah,
Wow. Is Deadlock still working? Like, people
yeah,
still like
Deadlock's still
that?
around. They've released like several new characters. It's just that like it's still technically like a limited early access thing. So it's like, you know, it's kind of slowed down. You probably won't hear it in the news very much until like it actually releases.
Hmm. Jeez. I'm just looking at the champions.
The art's all very
I
good.
mean,
The art is all very good. I love like the actual like character design and character art. It's all very cool.
it's a werewolf. A werewolf named Warwick. Maybe he's just a wolf.
So I mean, go watch Arcane.
Oh my god, his body is fused with an intricate system of chambers and pumps, machinery filling his veins with alchemical rage.
Yeah, well, they've also like changed his lore and his official design. His new design sucks.
Who, Warwick?
Yeah, you're not gonna see it there, but he's more like a bat now. He's more bat-like.
But he's a fucking wolf.
Yeah. Well,
That
go watch
doesn't
Arcane.
work. Oh, he's on Arcane?
He's in Arcane season 2. Yeah, and they changed the design in it. It's awful.
Oh, well, fuck that. He should be a
I
wolf.
don't like. There's a reason they changed it, and I get it, but he looks way better as like the wolf.
Oh, yeah, he does look like a bat. The pointy ears. Anyway, why the fuck are we here? Gundam?
Gundam.
I think it's a testament to Gundam how every one of these fucking episodes gets off topic about other geek shit.
To be fair, you could probably talk to me about anything, and my ADD brain will go off to fucking something random.
Yeah, it's true.
I'll
I'm
be,
here
I'll
for
be like, "Have you played the new Fortnite season?
your Lego rant.
Have you?" I don't even know what Lego ran. Was it about their price? I do that a lot.
No, no, I just assume like you can it's like improv with you. You can just say a word and you'll be like, "Oh,
True.
airplane food. All right, let me tell you."
True, dude. They see my because my air my ADD brain thinks, oh, airplane food. Oh, what's the deal with airplane food? Oh, Jerry Seinfeld. My favorite episode of Seinfeld is
Yep. That's how it
that's
works.
just how it fucking works. I don't know, man.
What's your favorite
Um,
episode of Seinfeld?
my favorite episode of Seinfeld, it is between the last one and the last one is because it's so funny that they go to jail. But I lean more towards the one where George pretends to be a marine biologist so he can sleep with this lady, and then he has to save a whale
Yep.
that's like a beach because it can't breathe. And the end is him him is showing the golf ball that he pulled out of its blowhole, and Kramer just bolts. He's like, the sea was angry that day, my friend. I love that episode. No, no, I don't know. I'm going back. That's definitely my favorite episode. It's not the last one. It's definitely that one. It's so good. I love that. I love the one where I think it's Jerry. Jerry is dating like a Native American girl,
Yep.
and it's like trying not to be offensive. And you have Kramer comes in with like the like smoke shop Native American,
Oh,
and he's
no.
like,
It
and
he
it's like
Jerry
fucking
does that, I
crazy.
think.
Was it
I
Jerry?
is he dating her? Or is
Yeah,
she
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. Because
Elaine's
I'm pretty
friend?
sure it's Jerry who's dating her. Because there's also a scene where he's talking about scalpers, and he goes, "Yeah, these damn scalpers." And then it's Kramer who comes in with like the smoke shop, like Native
Okay, yeah,
American
the
like
cigar store
statue.
Indian, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, cigar shop. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's so ugh, what a
yeah. So
shame.
that's a really good one as well.
Ugh. No, not a lot of people think the finale is good. I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, "What
I
the
love the finale
fuck?"
because the way with sitcoms work is that it's like it's supposed to be actually good things happening to good people or bad things happening to bad people. But
Yeah,
bad things, for the most part, don't happen to the Seinfeld crew until the last episode where they finally get their comeuppance and go to
right.
jail.
And then
And
they
that's
realize,
like the
"Oh,
joke.
honey."
And I just think it's a really good ending. I'm like, yeah, that tracks. It's about time.
They're the harbingers of doom.
Yeah, I mean, there's that fucking episode where Jerry like literally roofies a girl so he can play with like her dad's like
Yep,
action figures and shit. Like
that
that's
one's fucked.
crazy. Hey, do you remember how we were saying how did we get to this? And then I was like, yeah, this is how my ADD brain works. Here we are. Uh,
Let's reel it the fuck in. Um, I don't know, I think I probably had more notes, but it's just, you get to that point where you're like, "What?" Like, the action was cool, the music was good, the characters are fine. I really think to conclude this about Requiem for Vengeance, because this is our
oh,
longest episode.
oh, yeah, true. But we didn't talk about the Fortnite map. We didn't talk about the Fortnite collab.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you don't know about the Fortnite map.
I thought they were in Call of Duty. They put them in
Well, yeah, they
Fortnite?
put those, but not Requiem for Vengeance. Requiem for Vengeance had an island in Fortnite. So you know how
No.
you can make custom games in Fortnite? They had a instead of putting a skin in Fortnite like a sane company would, they had a custom island in Fortnite where like you could like pilot the Gundam or the Zaku as they fought each other, and you could like target little areas to shoot at. And it was really neat, but every Gundam fan was like, why not just put a fucking Gundam skin in Fortnite?
I
Are you kidding
mean,
me? I spent like $65 to get all the Miku stuff. You think I wouldn't get all that Gundam? Of course, Gundam was before that, but still. Spent
yeah,
a
but what
hundred dollars to get Optimus Prime. I didn't want to finish the battle pass.
so would it be like the Optimus Prime, like, you would just look like a Gundam running
Yeah,
around as a person?
yeah.
Because I
Be
kinda
awesome.
like this where you get to pilot a big Gundam.
I mean, that's also neat, but I want to play as Gundam. I want to shoot people as Gundam. I want to
I'd
crank
argue
90s.
I'd argue this is
I want
better
to
than,
pop a shield potion.
like the Call of Duty, the Godzilla thing where, like, you couldn't really be Godzilla, he was just
Okay,
there.
so what if I told you that the event where you could be Godzilla literally just ended in Fortnite, like last week?
Really?
It was crazy. You could be like full blown Monster vs. Godzilla, and you had challenges for destroying a certain number of buildings, and you
While
became
other
a raid
people were
boss.
fighting?
Yes, you became a raid boss.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like super cool. I never got to be him because it's like you have to hope the like Godzilla portal spawns near you so you can turn into him. But it's cool. And whenever like the Godzilla is there, they have the red flares like from that scene in 2014 that like fall from the sky.
Yeah, yeah, that scene you love.
Yeah, it's really fucking cool. They put Godzilla and Kong in the game. You
Wow.
would see Kong at the beginning of a match, and then the Godzilla portal would spawn, and someone could be Godzilla. But they also put in like skins for Godzilla and Kong, and they're really cool.
Little late, though. Weird to have it now.
I mean, I guess. I mean, we're slowly getting more information about the next MonsterVerse stuff, but also it's like, does it have to be actually in tandem with a movie?
No.
Like, why not just give me it? You know?
But what is the new news about Monsterverse? You gotta give the fans what
We've
they
just been
want.
getting like slowly more news. Like, yep, it's in production. It's going to be with like these characters. I think they announced a little while back that Millie Bobby Brown will not be involved.
Thank God.
I swear to God, I remember reading that our boy Brian Tyree Henry will be involved.
Let's see.
I love him.
Next Monsterverse is 7 months ago. March 26, 2027. January 27, 2025. Godzilla X Kong Star gives uncertain update on their Monsterverse future. It's the fucking mother of the deaf girl. She hasn't heard
Oh
anything
yeah, duh.
about.
And they've been saying they want to do like a Son of Godzilla and Destroya, who, as per our past podcasts, I've been fucking waiting on for a while now.
Yeah, no, you want him in it, right? He's the
No,
one
no,
that's.
no, no. You were right to begin with.
What
I
do you
want
mean?
him.
Yeah, you want him.
Yeah, yeah, I want him. Yeah. Please God, grant me this one boon.
He's
I
built
have, I
like
have,
in
I have
the
nothing
volcano.
left except Destroya.
Thank God.
He's like a big crab man. I love him.
Sure. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He's cool. All right. This is what? Who's not?
So yeah,
Oh
they had a
Jesus.
Fortnite event for
They
Requiem
did.
for Vengeance. It
They
was kind of
did.
neat. It wasn't like anything crazy, but it was kind of neat.
Huh. Well, I knew nothing about it because I just don't keep up on the Fortnite lore, but very interesting.
Um, Sorry to derail again. This year's Super Bowl was the most watched in history, with 126 million viewers, which
Really?
isn't even as much as it's funny. You look at how much the Game Awards gets.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like much.
I mean, I'll say the Game Awards is a global thing. Um,
Right.
but the Game Awards 2024 had 154 million viewers.
Wow. And this was the highest watched Super Bowl ever?
Yes, this was also the highest watched Game Awards ever, and it's only been going up and up every year.
Wow.
And again, it's a global thing rather than like just an
Right.
American thing,
Just an
but their
American
viewership
thing.
is still going to be primarily American, I would think.
Wow. What?
It's up 31% from last year.
Which
So
one?
sorry, I just for Game Awards. Um,
Damn.
so yeah, sorry to derail. I just thought that was
No.
interesting.
No, that's a fun little tidbit. I think I liked the Game Awards this year. I think.
I liked them. I didn't like that like the legendary game studio is fucking Naughty Dog. I don't know if you've read the leaks about that game, but they better not be fucking real. They better
Um,
not be real.
about how they're like an allegory.
Yeah, a very, very thinly veiled allegory why Israel has the right to commit genocide.
Yeah.
So
Which
those leaks had better be fake.
which
Um,
apparently Last of Us
people,
2
which
kind
is
of
not,
is
it's
too.
not. That whole argument completely fucking falls apart very easily.
What
People just
one?
get angry because you go through a uh Jewish temple. And Nazis got really angry about that and started spreading that. No, that argument completely fucking falls apart. The two sides that are fighting are literally fighting over a misunderstanding. And like they're both wrong, like pretty clearly in game.
Wait, in what?
in The Last of Us Part 2.
You go through a Jewish temple in that game?
Yeah, there's apparently one part. I don't remember, but apparently you do at one, or it's like in an area you can go through it. It's not like a mandatory thing. People saw a Jewish temple and just got fucking angry apparently.
Oh,
I don't
'cause,
know. Anyways, people make an argument that regardless, it's like an allegory and it falls apart pretty easily. Because it's very, very clearly shown that both sides are wrong. If anything, you could say that it is just flat out an anti-war allegory for both sides, actually, rather than a pro-Israel allegory is much easier to argue for.
yeah, that's
Um,
what I was
and
taking out of
and
it,
with
but
that being said, that would actually make a lot of sense. Now that I'm really thinking about it, with the whole cycle of violence, theming of the entire game,
yeah, I mean, that's
like,
what I was
'cause
taking was that it was an
so
anti-war
which is
statement,
why
but
like the leaks I saw for the upcoming game, I do think are fake. I'd be actually pretty shocked if they were like that. I think Neil Druckmann's a loser, but I don't think he'd do that.
yeah, isn't supposedly Neil Druckmann like a Zionist kinda crazy dude?
Oh yeah, 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 for sure. Yeah, he's a fucking nut job. He's just a
So
fucking loser, asshole. Um, but I would still be pretty surprised if that kind of thing went through with Sony. Um, and I really, really hope that I am right. I hope that those leaks are fake. I really
wow.
fucking do. Because
Yeah,
if
it
they're not,
seems
I'll
like
never touch this or a Naughty Dog game again as long as he is there. I'll never touch him again.
it does seem like, that because it's such a hot button issue, that people would equate them together and be like, "Oh, well, it's gotta be this new game is being about this issue." But
Yeah, yeah, and also, I mean, people fucking there's the whole stupid discourse around The Last of Us Part 2 anyways, so that for some reason people still bitch and moan and complain about. So
right.
it's like, oh, they got a new game coming out. Time to complain about that now too. It's not even out yet. Um, there's a leak apparently from a disgruntled employee, which I don't know, man. We'll see when it releases.
I suppose we shall see.
Till then, we always got Fortnite.
True.
Let's
And
go.
Gundam.
And Gundam Fortnite.
So what's our next thing here?
Well, you said free run.
We'll do Freerun. That'll be in March. So do we
Captain of
want to take a
Cosmos.
little we do gotta do Captain of Cosmos, but we gotta get together for that because
True.
we're gonna do a commentary on that.
Yes, we do.
Um, huh. I'm just wondering, do we do another Gundam thing? Or do we just kinda drop this for a bit and then do Freerun?
Um.
Do we
Well, I
try to
mean,
put in another thing?
let me open up my. Uh. Did we ever actually talk about Thunderbolt?
Um, no, no, not here. I mean, we just kinda watched it
Yeah.
together.
Because I mean, Thunderbolt is good. I mean, I'd like to actually go through Eighth Mobile Suit Team. Um,
Yeah.
it's only like 12 episodes. It's like 12 half-hour episodes. And that has the Goof Custom.
Right. Do we wanna do 1 episode on that?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that'd be good because I'd like to rewatch it.
Alright. Well, then based on our timeline of right now, I still haven't put up episode 3 of this because I got super sick and just didn't want to edit anything. So that's going up this week, our time. This will go up next week, our time. And then maybe like we'll reconvene end of February ish. Oh, I want to do. Okay, so you're going to go to Gakooks, but I.
Yeah, you can't say that. Cannot say that.
I want to see Gakooks somehow. And I don't know how I'm going to do it.
So I don't know if this theatrical release is going to get like a DVD release or something. It
Yeah.
seems like it's going to be limited just to theaters.
Do you think it'll only
And
do
then
the
the
1
show
week?
itself comes out in April.
Maybe I go find a way to get myself to a theater. Problem is I
Yeah,
have to
I
go to
mean,
one soon.
it's in Friday and this weekend. I don't know if it's around for like a whole week or something, or if it's just like that weekend.
Because I won't be
Oh no,
away.
no, it's around. So yeah, this is starts Thursday, February 27th, and then goes through Thursday, March 6th.
Ah, so I could theoretically have 2 days to get there.
So yeah, you could go see one, and I'll be
Mhm.
seeing it on Friday the 28th.
Alright. Okay, so how about take a bit of time, watch 8th Mobile Suit Team. We'll do an episode on that, and then when Gakooks comes, we'll watch it,
Can't say that.
and then
You can't say that. You cut that.
and
You have to cut that out. You have to cut
and
that and overlay me ranting from that first 15 minutes over it. But compress it, like the time of it, so that it fits within that like 15th of a second of you saying that.
the censor bleep is just a whole TED Talk in 1 millisecond.
It's literally brilliant.
Oh,
That'd be so fucking funny.
that would be pretty good. If
I'm
only I
funny.
if only I knew how the fuck to do that.
I'm funny. It's why they pay me.
It's true.
I'm a personality hire. It's not like the engineering degree. It's like, yeah, this guy's kind of funny.
Wouldn't that fall under DEI?
Shit, I am Italian.
Yeah, you're losing that job, man. They're coming for you.
I'm losing my job as a pillar of the company I work at. It's over, guys.
It's that fucking not to bring him up again, but I love how when Trump was blaming the fucking, plane crash, and he was like, "It says on the job requirements for the people up in the radio towers that they can be mentally handicapped or something," and I'm it's like, that's just you up in the fucking
God, I fucking wish he wasn't funny, man. Oh my god. Um, but yeah, I mean, actually, that's apparently been they've had trouble staffing towers for a long time, actually. And there's been a
Ugh.
lot of close calls that just haven't been reported on. And then we had one major accident, and now that it's in the news, people are reporting on it. But even on like Logan Airport, apparently there's been a lot of close calls and stuff.
Yeah, and there's close calls even in, like, taxiing because
Yeah,
the fucking
there's almost no one in these towers.
and the
Um,
airports are so packed with,
yeah, it's
planes.
it's like a major issue. Anyways, I'm going to Japan in 6 months.
Yes, yes. Good
Let's
luck.
hope it's all sorted out by then.
When's the last time you were on a plane?
When I was like a fucking toddler.
Really?
Yeah, I literally have not been on a plane. Like I don't even remember being on the plane.
This is, like,
I
your
just know I
first
went to
trip.
Disney World and I can like barely remember it. Um,
Wow.
that's so I have not been on a plane since then, and I'm a little terrified. Even though that's kind of nonsense. It's literally more dangerous for me to pull out of my driveway, and I recognize that. But man, do I like my feet planted firmly on the ground. If I could like take a boat to Japan and not have it take forever, I would totally
Yeah,
do that.
it'll take a week to take a
I would
ferry
I
there.
would totally fucking do that.
Well, you
I'm
just
way more comfortable on the sea than I am in the air.
I would say the biggest advice is the scariest part is just the takeoff because it takes a lot of speed. But then once you're up there, it's not that scary.
Well,
You
I don't
just
actually
gotta
care about that because my mind's thinking of all right. There's a lot of fucking variables here to think about when you're up in the air, when you're landing, when you're taking off. It's not about the speed.
nah,
It isn't even about the height. It's
nah.
about the what if there's a fucking goose that flies into my shit? What if there's a goose that flies into my turbine? What do I do?
I mean, I
We're
guess
flying over the Pacific Ocean, bro.
that is a fear, but I think you'll be alright.
Yeah. So our tickets are like $1,000, and that's like
Really?
yeah, $1,000 round trip. I'm paying a little extra because I'm doing like 1,200 because then it's refundable. Um, and I get an extra suitcase which I'm going to bring.
Why are you gonna refund it?
Just in case. I
Okay.
mean, what if something happens and I don't know.
No,
It's
it's true.
if something happens, I'd rather have that. And I have it already paid for. I got a refund from like student loans of $1,700. So
Wow.
my ticket and hotel is paid for. Like I have that.
Did you pay off your student loans?
Oh fuck no.
Oh,
Dude,
okay.
I got like 140 grand left. You kidding me?
How'd they give you a refund
Oh
already?
fuck no. No, no. This was from like a while ago when I first refinanced my student loans.
Ah,
Um and apparently it's just a check I just like never cashed from like when the bank sent them the check for it and
gotcha.
then took over the debt and yeah.
So then where are you staying over there? Like a hostel?
Just like a hotel in Shibuya. We haven't actually bought the ticket or hotel yet, but it's gonna be that. There's a
Who's
lot of like hotels around Shibuya, and they're not very expensive.
how many people you going with? Who you going with?
My buddies Kyle and Gilmar are going for like a week and a half. Um,
Okay.
literally a hotel for that is gonna be like 500 each for a week and a half.
Jeez.
Yeah, because everything in America is way more fucking expensive, and you go to Japan, and the only thing
Yeah, no,
that's expensive is the fucking ticket.
that's really not too crazy.
It's not
And are
even
you
not too
like
crazy. It's just like everything except the ticket's fucking easy. They
right.
they they literally have like cafes you can stay in for a whole day for $10.
Damn. Is that just the plan? Like no itinerary, just kinda go
I
find
mean, we have
board-playing
like a rough
tourists?
one. I'm mainly gonna be hanging here in Akihabara, um, to go to like Gundam stores and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but we have like a rough itinerary
Nintendo
with
Museum.
yeah, Nintendo Museum. Head
Hmm,
over to Yokohama. Um, but like Bandai factories and stuff. Won't be able to get the tour for that. That's the waiting list on for the Gunpla factory tours is like a year out.
really?
Oh yeah, it's so difficult to get into those things.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do they still have the big Gundam there?
It
Courtside?
moved because there's like a new Gundam base being set up, and they're
Oh.
moving it and it's having like a slight redesign as well.
So will you get to see it?
No, no, it's not going to be ready.
Damn. That's the unicorn one, right? That
Oh no, the
shoots
unicorn one I'll see. I'm talking about the moving one. No, no, I'm gonna go see
Oh.
the unicorn one.
Okay, cool, cool.
The unicorn and the new Gundam FF.
Damn. That's gonna be rad. I'm interested in what the scale of that is like. Because it's lifelike, right? Life size?
Yeah, yeah, no, they're two scale, so it's like 18 meters tall.
Jeez. Well, that's gonna be rad as shit. Hit up a cat cafe.
Oh yeah, I probably will. I'll hit up a maid cafe and get really uncomfortable as well.
A what?
A maid cafe?
What do you do there?
Have you seriously never heard of a maid cafe?
No, I know
All
cat
the
ones.
girls, all the girls are dressed up as maids, and they come give you shit, and they fucking serve you omurace and recite a spell to make it real tasty and shit.
What?
You've seriously never heard of maid cafes?
Is it like a sex thing?
I mean, I'm sure there are some like that. I'm like actually astounded
Yeah, I am too.
that you've like it's
I've
like a
learned
very
so much tonight.
there's an anime I really like called Akiba Maid War, where Akihabara is filled with like various maid cafes, and Akiba Maid War basically just says, hey, what if the different maid cafes were actually like warring yakuza gangs? Um, and it's fucking insane. Like, there's this one scene in the first episode with this girl who just got out of jail doing hard time, and now she's back to work at the maid cafe, and she's literally surrounded by these thugs, and she's doing this dance that like idol fans do with their glow sticks called the Wodagai dance, I think it's called, and she's doing that but with pistols. So she's doing this like dance as if she's a fan of an idol with glow sticks, but they're pistols, and she's shooting like a dozens of people, and it's fucking crazy.
Jeez.
It's Akiba Maid War is so good.
But it's all based off of a thing I've never even heard
I,
of.
I I
That's
sometimes I wonder
incredible.
if you live under a rock, but then I remember I'm the one who lives under a rock, and that's the problem because I'm online constantly.
You're under a very busy rock. I mean, it's a rock
It's
that
true. I am
raises.
very well informed for someone who stays inside all the time.
Some may call it Bocce the Rock.
That literal peak fiction.
See, there's one that I
She's
learned about
literally me.
you.
She's so cool, dude.
You got to go to that place too. The whatever it is, isn't there
True,
like
yeah,
a?
I think that's in Tokyo. I could. I mean, I'll say though, they haven't sounded like they don't want because people came by and kept bothering them. So it's like we'll
True.
see. I guess it's like an actual problem with tourism now there.
You got to go to the Your Name stairs.
True. I have to go to a bunch of those. Well, actually, we were saying that we're gonna take like screenshots from like Persona 5 and whatever, and
Yeah, and
like
go find
do
them.
do the thing where you like match it to like the actual view. So
Hmm.
you hold the photo up and it lines up perfectly. We want to do something like that.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm sure they love when you do that. Like, "Look at this fucking nerd holding a picture up of our animes."
Hey man, they can think that all they want, but I'm 6'4", so
True.
I got
Yeah,
that going for me.
you're gonna be a beast.
It's true. And
Well,
Kyle's almost my height as well. I think he's like 6'2", so
really?
I think so. I think he's like 6'2", yeah.
I've never noticed his,
Yeah, Kyle's a
usually
Kyle's a tall guy. He was a track guy.
okay. Well, speaking of attractive guys, that's gonna be it for this podcast full of them. Uh, thank you so much for listening. Really thank you for I mean, like, I say that every time, but, like, it's kind of incredible the amount of people who have, like, watched and interacted with the previous episodes.
I like to think it's because we have good chemistry.
I like to think so too, and we're a couple of attractive guys.
Yeah,
So
I'm
that
6'4", by the way. I
yeah, there you
don't know
go.
if I mentioned that. Yeah, I'm 6'4".
He's free on Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
I'm free. I'm free. I'm six
By
foot
the
four.
time by the time you hear this, that was, like, 2 weeks ago, but he's still around.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah, this will be in like 4 months.
What, when this episode happens?
Yeah, when this one airs. Yeah.
Oh, get out of here. Listen, I'm doing quite well. I had a couple banked. They went out on a schedule. It was great. And then it all
When
fell apart.
and then it all fell apart. It sure did. See, I say
Um,
that, but I ain't edited shit. I learned how to do a tiny bit of editing just so I could make fun of a guy, and that was it.
did it work?
Oh yeah, no, anytime he tries to DM me, I make a meme making fun of him, and I send it to him and my friends.
Hell yeah.
He was like harassing people online, and then in my server, so I kicked him. And whenever he sees me play Fortnite, he tries to like invite me, and I'll like screenshot his invite, and I'll put like the Prowler theme from Into the Spider Verse over it.
What?
Hold on, I have it. I think I have it pinned to my server.
Oh my god.
I do.
And that guy's name? Christian.
Here, hold on. Yeah, it's Christian. I put it in the chat. So I made that.
Oh my god.
I, I taught myself how to use Clipchamp in the span of like 30 seconds just so I can make that.
That's excellent. Oh, man. Well, I hope he doesn't find this podcast.
It'd be really funny. No, I hope he does. I hope he feels bad. He's a terrible, terrible person.
Well, um, yeah, no, I like really thank you for listening and go and I mean if you're probably watching this or listening to it, whatever, on the YouTube, please go and follow the podcast feeds as well because that's just I don't know, it's just fun. It feeds the ego and it makes me feel good about myself.
I like to open up the then when they come out, and then I refresh it over and over, and I watch the view count go up, and I think that's kind of fun.
Oh, nice. You do you do that?
Sometimes, yeah, when I'm bored.
So so I'm not actually talking to fans. You are
Yeah, no, I actually have like 14 alt accounts that I keep setting up, and like yeah, all the comments in our videos they're actually just me.
is you writing
They're
paragraph
they're
that guy
they're
that
they're
wrote
me in like alt accounts, yeah.
that guy that wrote, like, a couple paragraphs about his experience with
Yeah,
Gundam.
yeah, yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah. The guy disagreeing with me that like the Goof and Dom are like on par. Yeah, that was actually still me.
you're just fighting yourself.
Yeah, just arguing. Yeah, I'm having like a schizophrenic breakdown in the chat.
So then you're calling yourself one of those people that doesn't shower and doesn't do the laundry and
Listen
stuff.
here, we must maintain the agenda.
We've come full circle. You
We
are your
must
own
main
worst enemy.
we must maintain the agenda. Yes, actually, I probably should do my laundry actually. But
Well
but see, I know how to do it. I don't need my mom.
oh, sure, sure.
That's the thing. I can do my own laundry.
She's on the speed dial. You're ready to press go at any
She's
time.
yeah. My mom's on speed dial. All right. Yeah, sure.
But is that weird to do?
I don't. I can't remember the last time I spoke to my mom.
What
It's
the
not
fuck?
even like I don't want to talk to my mom. It's just I don't know. I just haven't talked to my mom in a while.
Oh my god.
But my
Mm.
parents have to like routinely check in on me because I kind of forget to speak to people sometimes.
Holy shit.
So it's like, dude, I'll literally come to. I've talked to your parents more than my own within the past 6 months. I think.
Jesus
They come by
Christ.
and say hi, and you're not there, and then I leave.
And you don't even go home
No,
to
I
see
don't
your
even go home. I just go somewhere else.
Oh,
Just don't really
Christ.
think about it. I'm like, they're like a couple miles away.
Yeah, it's too
I'll go.
far.
I'll go to one.
They're the same place they used to be, right?
Yeah.
That's not far from here.
No, it's not. No, it's only like 2 miles down the road.
Jesus Christ.
I was like,
Does your
they gotta
sister
take like
still
a
live at home?
left out of here. My
Does your
sister,
sister still live at home?
she was living in Onset for a little bit, and then my dad was diagnosed with Parkinson's, and she freaked out and moved back in.
Isn't Onset one of the Migos?
That's Offset.
Oh, okay.
Holy shit!
What what did I do wrong?
Oh my god! Is Offset one of the Migos? Holy shit, dude! Oh my god!
Last I
I like when
checked,
he goes on set. Woo, 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 woo.
it's Onset, Launchpad, and,
Take off.
Quavo?
Well, yeah, it's it's Quavo, Offset, and Takeoff, and Takeoff was the one who died.
Wait, it's not Launchpad?
I thought you were kidding.
No, it's Takeoff is his name? Offset, Quavo, and Launchpad, I swear to God.
Deep breaths.
Anyway, your sister
Deep
lives
breaths.
at home.
Deep breaths.
Gotcha, okay. Well, when you're back in town, on Monday or whatever, go see your sister.
Yeah, we're gonna swing by my parents' house.
Good. Um, God, this has just devolved.
Gundam.
Thanks, Gundam. Thanks for listening. And I guess we're gonna go watch Eighth Mobile Suit Team. So we'll see you real soon for more
For more Kanye West tweet reviews.
slap happy. Oh God, I hope he comes back.
I hope he comes back, and I hope he has help.
I hope he doesn't
I hope
die.
someone gets him some help.
Yeah, that's like my fear is that he'll just
But
vanish.
true.
They're gonna disappear him. Or scary. Anyway. Goodbye. Thanks for joining me.
Go to Redbubble and buy her stickers or something.
Oh man. Every time you say that, it makes me want to make some. Her out.
But the desert will not be my grave. For as long as there is a chance to give children a future without war, I will